We're going to head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the Browns' passing game last year.
Yes, this is James Seiler of Wadsworth. I just watched your little piece about why the Browns were smart to move on from Jarvis Landry, and the guy had 4 players the Browns were smart to move on from. But I would just like to point out that one of the reasons that Hooper and Jarvis did have the bad year, along with almost every other receiver on the roster, was because of the crappy year that our quarterback had. Now, had our quarterback had a decent year, then correspondingly, the receivers would have had good years. But since the guy that was throwing them the ball did such a bad job, their numbers were down. They're by no means finished or really inconsistent. So much of that has to do on the quarterback throwing the ball. Well, thank you very much, and you have a great day.
And as always, we appreciate all of the voicemails. Mary Kay, the passing game just needed to be upgraded. It was equal parts blame between receiver and quarterback. And for whatever reason, Austin Hooper just didn't work with Baker Mayfield.
No, he didn't. But once again, as our person mentioned there, Baker had a really rough year last year and nobody fared well with him. He was not himself. He was not accurate. He was not getting the ball out on time, in part because of his injury. Some of it wasn't the injury. Some of it was that there were a lot of extenuating circumstances to last season. Kareem Hunt missed most of the season. Jack Conklin missed most of the season. Jarvis Landry was injured. Odell Beckham Jr. was gone. So the offense that he thought he was going to have, he didn't really have it. And then you factor in his injury, and it was just kind of a recipe for a poor season. But now I do think almost all of the pass catchers, I believe all of them actually will fare so much better this year with Deshaun Watson. The question is, how many games will Deshaun Watson play? We don't know the answer to that yet. He might play only 8 games. I mean, he might play 11, 12. We just don't know. But the games that he does play, these guys are going to be much better than they were with an injured Baker Mayfield.